Will, I bet you never thought you'd come on the show and talk about an egg salad emoji. This is a story I didn't think we'd ever cover.
I'm just shocked that anyone actually complained about the egg in the salad emoji. I can't get over that.
I didn't even know there was an egg in the salad until liberals said that it was a problem. Their excuse, they say, is inclusivity. They want to be more inclusive of vegans. My response to that is I think that's pretty dumb. I think that's a dumb reason. And here's why. Because where would this end? If we are, I guess, altering emojis on our phones based off of, I guess, a small demographic of people living their life by not eating meat, which is a fine thing to do, where exactly does this end?
Well, I think if Google wanted to be inclusive, they can start by hiring James Damore back, the fella that wrote an internal memo about why there's less women in tech. You know, his memo is pretty much based on scientific fact. They fired him for thinking differently. They can also be more inclusive by allowing, you know, their knowledge panels. I think the algorithm that produces search results, if you search for the Republican Party in California, something about Nazism comes up. They could be more inclusive by perhaps having, you know, fair search results, particularly for conservative outlets. Their fact checks favor liberal outlets over conservative outlets. The Daily Caller broke a story on that in January. So if they really wanted to be more inclusive, they could. And taking the egg out of a salad really doesn't begin to become more inclusive. You can also ask Prager University, who's been demonetized and censored for making actual logical and reasonable points on YouTube. So, you know, if they want to talk about inclusivity, let's talk about it.
Right, and here I was just going to suggest that they remove the peanut emoji. For those of us that have peanut allergies, that's a real trigger, let me tell you. That's a real trigger, brushing by it. Worry that you might go into anaphylactic shock, whatever. Well, and I think that obviously their actions, you know, whether it's YouTube, which Google owns, whether it's Google search results, we've had the same issue that the Daily Caller has had, that, you know, the little knowledge panel that shows up on the right side of the search engine, I guess, populates with fact checkers that aren't actually fact checkers. They're just trying to demean conservative sources, I guess, demean the legitimacy of the conservative sources. But the purpose of all this, and I want to dig into this a little bit deeper, even though it's a funny topic, the purpose of acting woke, or the purpose of acting like this actually does promote inclusivity, which it obviously does not, I think is all in an effort to sort of form us into the minions that they want, to try to socially engineer us into the progressive utopia where everyone is sort of ranked based off of their privilege points. And the more, I don't want to say disability, I guess the more of these sort of lack of privilege points that you get, the higher you're ranked in that society.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.